Picture this, a woman who emanates self-assuredness, autonomy, and elegance. This, my friends, is what we call a high-value woman. But what does high-value woman truly mean? It's not about seeking validation from others. No, it's about recognizing your own worth, embracing your individuality, and cultivating your inner strength. It's about setting your own standards, not bending to fit someone else's mold. It's about self-respect, self-love, and self-improvement. In this video, we'll be diving into the habits of high-value women, breaking them down into simple, manageable steps. We'll explore how you too can develop these habits, enhance your self-worth, and truly become a woman of high value. So tell me, are you ready to embrace your inner strength and transform into a high-value woman? High-value women share common habits that set them apart. Let's delve into these habits. Firstly, these women deeply understand that their happiness is a personal journey, and it's not tied to anyone else. They cultivate joy from within, relishing the simple pleasures of life: a hot cup of tea, an invigorating morning run, a good book. They don't wait for someone to make them happy. They make themselves happy. High-value women set high standards and maintain firm boundaries. They know their worth and aren't afraid to demand respect. They don't settle for less than they deserve, and they certainly won't allow anyone to treat them poorly. They understand that their value isn't determined by the amount of attention they receive, but by their character and principles. These women don't rush to reveal their feelings. They understand the beauty of patience and take time to let relationships develop naturally. They know that vulnerability is strength, but they also value the importance of letting someone earn their trust before they open up completely. Next, they show their value through their actions rather than their words. They don't need to brag or seek external validation because they know their worth. They let their actions speak for themselves, exhibiting grace, kindness, and humility. And lastly, they focus on being authentic. They don't pretend to be someone they're not, nor do they try to fit into a mold. They embrace their uniqueness, their quirks, their passions. They understand that authenticity is magnetic, and they aren't afraid to let their true selves shine. Remember, these habits aren't about attracting a man, they're about self-empowerment. They're about celebrating who you are as a woman and being the best version of yourself, for yourself. Now let's talk about some common mistakes that can lower a woman's value. First off, a common pitfall is the tendency to seek external validation. It's natural to want to feel appreciated and valued, but when we depend on others for our sense of self-worth, we're setting ourselves up for disappointment. It's important to realize that your value does not come from the opinions of others, but from within. So ladies, instead of looking for validation from outside, start appreciating and valuing yourself. Another mistake is settling for less than what you deserve. Many women fall into the trap of accepting less than their worth, whether in their relationships, careers, or personal lives. This often stems from a lack of self-esteem or the fear of being alone. But remember, settling for less only leads to dissatisfaction and regret. Always set high standards for yourself and don't be afraid to assert your needs and wants. Now let's talk about unrealistic expectations. It's great to have standards and goals, but when these become unrealistic, they can lead to unnecessary stress and disappointment. Whether it's expecting a man to complete you or believing that every relationship should be like a fairy tale, unrealistic expectations can harm your sense of self-worth and your relationships. Instead, approach life and love with an open mind and heart, understanding that perfection doesn't exist, and that's okay. Lastly, there's the mistake of revealing your feelings too soon. While it's important to be authentic and open, divulging your feelings before a man has had a chance to invest in the relationship can lead to imbalance and insecurity. It's a delicate dance, but it's about allowing the relationship to unfold naturally and not rushing the process. Avoiding these mistakes is critical to maintaining your value. Let's remember, being a woman of high value isn't about being perfect, but about recognizing your worth, setting healthy boundaries, and striving for personal growth. The most important habit of a high-value woman is elevating your worth by pressing the like and subscribe buttons is the modern-day crown for queens. Secure your throne and reign in empowerment. Don't just watch the kingdom, be a part of it. Hit those buttons and let's rule together. Stay regal, my queens. Becoming a high-value woman isn't about overnight transformation. It's a journey. Yes, a journey. A beautiful, sometimes challenging, yet ultimately rewarding journey, where you learn to value yourself, not through the eyes of others, but through your own. Patience, self-love, and perseverance are the compasses that guide you through this voyage. Patience, my dear, is a virtue that cannot be underestimated. It's not about waiting aimlessly, but about understanding that growth takes time. There's no magic potion to instantly turn you into a high-value woman. It's about small daily steps towards becoming the best version of yourself. And remember, Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither will your self-worth. Next, let's talk about self-love. It's the foundation of your journey. How can you expect others to value you if you don't value yourself? Self-love is about treating yourself with kindness, respect, and compassion. It's about acknowledging your worth and not settling for less. It's about celebrating your victories, no matter how small, and learning from your mistakes without harsh self-judgment. And of course, perseverance. The road to becoming a high-value woman may be strewn with challenges, setbacks, and disappointments. But remember, these are not roadblocks, but stepping stones. They shape you, refine you, and make you stronger. The key is to never give up, to keep moving forward, to keep striving for growth. So embark on this journey with an open heart and an open mind. Remember, it's not about the destination, but the journey itself. It's about becoming a woman who values herself, who knows her worth, and who's not afraid to stand her ground. It's about becoming a woman who's strong, yet vulnerable, confident, yet humble, and above all, authentically herself. Every step you take towards becoming a high-value woman is a victory. Each day, each moment, is an opportunity for growth, for self-discovery, and for self-love. So embrace the journey and become the high-value woman you were always meant to be. So, you've learned about the habits of high-value women and the mistakes to avoid. What's next? Now it's time to put these lessons into action. Start today, not tomorrow. Begin by defining your worth, not through the lens of someone else, but from your own perspective. Make your happiness and well-being a priority. Focus on actions, not words. It's not about bragging or seeking validation. It's about showing your value through your actions and humility. It's a journey, not a destination. Every day, strive to be a better version of yourself. Every step you take brings you closer to becoming that high-value woman you aspire to be. For more empowering content, subscribe for part 2 of this series. Remember, you are the architect of your value. Own it,